Hi guys, this is CK here at Cliff Able Gang, and basically we got a battle. Me and my friend are doing this game battles thing, and yeah, so this is my first match, and I battled him, and yeah, here it is. Alright, there's my beautiful hands. Very beautiful. Alright, so he leads off with the Metagross. I lead off with the Metagross. Alright, so basically my Metagross is custom set to outspeed, so I go for the EQ. And this probably mattered in the long run, but I mean, right off the bat, I get a crit. And there goes his thing, because, I mean, I could have outsped. I mean, he might have switched. I would have laid up my rocks, but I don't know. So he goes into this Gyarados, and I was like, okay, well, it's a Gyarados. It's not going to be that bad. So I go back, though, and I go into Starmie. Because I got a life over Starmie, and I'm pretty sure that I can go for the T-Bolt. So he goes for the Waterfall. And right here, this is what led me to believe maybe he was a bandit, or, like, yeah, it led me to believe he was a bandit. So I go for the Surf, predicting the switch, and, yeah, he goes into this thing. Probably should have Ice Beams, but yeah, it does a ton of damage. I was like, okay, I'll sack it, and turns out he wasn't even a Scarf Flygon, so he goes down early, and that's a big help. So he goes into Tits on my GTR, and he goes for a Hydro Pump, and it's gonna take me out. And this thing was probably the most annoying thing, because I thought it was Specs Me at this time, and you'll find out later what it really is. And so I go to Flygon, and he doesn't stay in. He switches out smartly, so I go for the U-turn. Just knowing scouting, kind of, see what he sends in. So right now I'm in a bad position because I lost my Elo star, so I'm in a position where I'm not really, I don't know what to say. But I mean, he goes for the banded waterfall, I'm figuring, because it did a ton, and I have defense EVs. So I go for a Stone Edge with this thing in easy KO range for anything I send in. Alright, so yeah, he goes for another waterfall, and I take damage, and well, I mean, Majanov dies, so yeah, now I gotta send in Celebi because he's locked in. And I thought this was kind of retarded because it goes for a waterfall. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He just sacked it, and I get the Thunder Wave off because I thought he'd switch. And I wanted to get a hold of that Starmie, really. But I mean, it's natural cure, so whatever. And I GK for the kill. Graz not. And yeah, so he's gonna go into something. Not sure. Yeah, he goes into Pictures to Burn, this Infernape, and I had to sack something, and I decided why not sack Heatran, because well, I predicted he'd go in for a fire move, but then I decided it's probably the best thing to sack at this point, because he really has nothing, from what I've seen, that Heatran can really take care of well. So yeah, I get rid of Heatran, and I go into this, my Scarfed Flygon, and I EQ, because from what I've seen, nothing on his team could take 2 EQs in a row, really, and do well, because I thought it was a Specs Me at the time again. Alright, so he's dead. Alright, so he's gonna go into Tits on my Gator, and I'm gonna go into Metagross predicting the Ice Beam. And he Ice Beams. And I was like, okay, so he probably thinks he lost at this point, unless his last guy does something, because he's not sending it in. So he Ice Beams again. I'm thinking he's just going for a freeze, and that's kind of a dick move, so I'm just gonna Meteor Mash him right to the crotch. And it's gonna do a lot. Oh, I got a crit. Another crit. Probably should Earthquake there, but I thought he'd switch anyway. So I go for a Meteor Mash here on the Luke. And so yeah, that's nice. And he's gonna go for a CC, and I have a max HP custom kind of lead, and I live this with 22 HP, and I shit all over him with my gigantic Quake of Earth. And he's done for now. Alright, so he's dead, and yeah, this battle's going pretty cool. I mean, he's not a bad guy for game battles, I guess. So he goes into this thing, and I'm thinking at the time, okay, I'm just gonna BP, might kill, might not, and even then he's a Specs. I thought to get it, thought he was Specs, so I go into Flygon thinking, okay, pretty easy victory right here. And so it seems that he's Scarfed, and this, I was like, okay, well, at least now I know that he's Scarfed, and I have bulky, max HP Celebi, and it's almost at full health, with like 316, he's 370 HP, and yeah, 369 lols, lol, and he goes for the Ice Beam, and I'm just thinking, as long as he doesn't crit or freeze, I got the game. So he does not, and I go for the Grass Knot, and down goes the Starmie, so good battle, dude. I mean, yeah, odd team, Banded Gyarados, odd, and the Starmie Scarf Me was odd. And whatever, everything was odd. Everything's odd in my opinion. But yeah, good game. Guys, comment, rate, subscribe. I don't know what his channel is because it was a Game Battles thing.